Back on the FA Cup trail with Hensford Town again in the company of Steve Price. First of all, Steve, the last time we met was just over 12 months ago in Middlesbrough. I must ask you, what were your long abiding memories of that day?
Very mixed emotions with Middlesbrough. We did very well, everybody did themselves proud, and then 5 minutes to go, it's one each, and then after that it all turns a bit sober. Overall a very, very memorable day.
And what impact on the club has that FA Cup run from last season had, realistically?
Well, obviously it's helped us financially, it's helped to develop the ground, and now he put Hensford on the map as a football team. People now don't say Hensford who, they know who we are.
So from relative unknowns last year, we're playing another North Eastern League club in the FA Cup today, Darlington, and in many people's eyes, we're now the favourites.
Well, it's one of those games. It's anybody's game today. Hopefully it'll be us.
John's swapped the squad around a bit. There's a few new faces in this season. I see that they're mostly league players with Football League experience. Do you know what the thinking behind that was?
Well, obviously it was going to improve the squad, and with the players he's brought in from the Football League, I know he's very, very pleased with all the signings.
What is it about the FA Cup that seems to bring out the best in Hensford Town?
Well, the FA Cup is the best competition in the world, where you can people like Hensford, teams like Hensford. You're only a game away from playing Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal. It's just the magic of the FA Cup.
And we're sitting second in the Vauxhall Conference. What are the real priorities here?
No, without doubt, the Football League, but at this time of the season you want both. It'd be nice to go through to the next round of the FA Cup, get a good draw. It'd be nice to win all your league games. But without question, this season it's to win the conference.
And is the club geared up for the Football League yet?
Absolutely. By the end of February, the ground will be finished.
That's him, well played.
Okay, we're here at Hensford Town in the Sponsors Lounge. And what's your name?
Dave Sedgwick.
And what's your company name?
Cannock Heating and Plumbing.
Have you had much association with Hensford Town in the past, or is this your first?
No, we have over the last couple of years. Put a bit of sponsorship into the club. Helped with advertising.
And what is it that's about today that you've that attracted you to the event?
Special occasion with the FA Cup second round. We're all up for it. We're all going for it. Behind the players. And that's what we're here for.
Are you all from the same company?
No. We've got a multitude of friends here. We've all come to watch us win, of course.
That's good.
Nobody's on him since.
So your name and company, sir?
My name's Carl Moravsky. I'm a director of a company Intermarble. We're a marble and granite specialist. Yeah.
You're a local company?
We're a local company in Hensford, yes, on the Anglesey Business Park. Yeah, and yeah, we've sponsored the table today. Yeah.
What's been your involvement with this club, Carl?
Generally a supporter. I think, you know, when you've got your own business, it takes a lot of time and effort. And, you know, I've been a keen footballer when I was younger, but obviously over the last few years, you know, being very busy at work, and I really thoroughly enjoy coming to support the team, and generally, you know, like to get involved in functions like this type of thing.
How does the club portray itself on this, the sponsorship side?
In what way?
Do they look after you?
Oh yes, certainly, yes. I went to Middlesbrough. It was a really good day. I went to Hull about 3-4 weeks ago. That was a really good day. And yes, I find that they do. Yeah, generally they do. Yeah.
So would you say it was beneficial to, as a businessman, to be involved in a club like this?
I think so. Yes. It's.
What do you say, 10 years?
Yeah, I do. Yes. It's again, it's mainly an interest as well. Yeah. It's, you know, it's and it's nice to be part of the local, you know, the local town sort of thing. Yeah.
Mixing business with pleasure. I can see you eyeing that food.
That's right.
You carry on. Thank you.
Okay.
We're out on the pitch.
Town Football Club here this afternoon to host the FA Cup second round tie with Darlington from the Football League 3rd Division. And what we see here is the results of last season's cup competition. Hednesford Town's progress to the 4th round and a money spinning tie at Middlesbrough has made these developments possible here at Keys Park. The fans tucked into two sides of the ground this afternoon, 2,000 of them. It's all ticket, and we're looking forward to a super cup tie and possibly another chapter in the history of Hednesford Town Football Club. Darlington come here 3 places from the bottom of the 3rd Division, and they must be looking forward to this game with trepidation this afternoon. Hednesford Town v Darlington. It's down to business here at Keys Park. Hednesford Town in the familiar white strip, facing Darlington, only 5 places above them in the Football League rankings. Hednesford second in the Vauxhall Conference, and looking a much stronger side than the one which had the epic FA Cup run last season. 1 or 2 familiar faces still there for Hednesford from last season. Darlington, a mixture of youth and experience. Brian Atkinson from Sunderland with a number of league appearances under his belt, Premier League appearances of course. Michael Oliver, a local boy. Keeper Priest played in the Premiership as well with Sunderland. But there's a number of young boys in there, and hope for the future for Darlington. You can see the 2 mascots down there looking like something from It's a Knockout, but Darlington certainly consider themselves a friendly club, and that has been their atmosphere thus far this afternoon. The referee for today's game is Mr. P.R. Richards from Preston. Mickey Norbury, whose goal against Hull City set off the FA Cup campaign this season. Mick, of course, was with Preston North End, defeated by Kidderminster Harriers in 1994, so he knows what it's like to face a non-league side, should we say. but Mick's now got the experience to hurt Darlington this afternoon. Paul Robinson for Darlington, one of the penalty scorers in the shootout against Solihull, a member of the youth policy and one of a number of youngsters in this side. Have they got what it takes in this FA Cup atmosphere? We shall see. So it's the Pitmen against the Quakers. FA Cup second round. Highly charged atmosphere inside Keith Park yet again. The FA Cup certainly brings out the best of Hensford Town. So Darlington in the green strip, of course, right to left. A big side, and Hensford must combat them in all areas. As Kevin Collins sets them away on the left. Norbury wins the throw. Here's Paul Ware now. Darlington can expect an initial flurry from Hensford in the opening, but it's the Quakers coming away, and an early chance. Cooksy's down quickly, and that's a real confidence booster for Scott Cooksey, as Glenn Naylor pulled away there. Rather too much space in the opening minutes for Glenn Naylor. Coming. Interchange of passes between Ware and Carty's in there. Coming, looking for Norbury. Couldn't find the flick, used of the hand. Darlington have already encountered semi-professional opposition in the shape of Solihull Borough in the first round. Took them 2 draws and penalties to get past. Here come Darlington again, Robinson, and he didn't make the most of that one. Glenn Naylor with a very good chance, but didn't have the purchase on the shot. Cooksey pushed it round. So a good opening by Darlington. Brian Atkinson with the corner. Now it's twice in the opening minutes that Scott Cooksey has been called into action. So Atkinson takes his time, delivers long and high and wide. And the man who played 200 times for Sunderland makes a hash of the first corner. Up and over from Michael Oliver. Beeston in the thick of it, but here's Oliver for Darlington. Wicked deflection, but safely back to Cooksey. And Darlington certainly making the inroads early doors here at the Keys. Kevin Collins, who's been a really great servant of this club, inside to Mick Norbury. Now it's Ware. Denison wins the throw. Hensford patient in their approach. Robbie Dennison finds the cross, and a powerful header by Gary Fitzpatrick. Not too much to trouble David Priest. Oh, superb interception by Carty, who's felled by Michael Oliver. And that will certainly be the first yellow card of the afternoon. Mr. Richards, no hesitation. An absolutely superb interception by Paul Carty. Mr. Baldwin's out of his seat immediately. I believe he was involved in some radio commentary for the Darlington Solihull game. I better watch my job. Well, Scott Cooksey, early involvement for him this afternoon. Hoping for a rather less busy afternoon, I would have imagined. 4 minutes gone, already plenty of incident. And Paul Carty just receiving a little wet sponge treatment. Here he is now, intelligent free kick. The ball in by Carty, rather less effective. Gary Fitzpatrick, intelligent running from him. And Hensford now squeezing a little, putting the pressure on Darlington. Movement from Joe O'Connor. It's the first we've seen of Joe this afternoon. And he wins the throw. 10 substitutes down there. It's any 3 from 5 this afternoon in the FA Cup, as it is in the FA Carling Premiership. Oh, well nicked again by Carty, so quick. And again, he takes a blow for his trouble, but it's danger for Darlington. Carty with it, Norbury again looking dangerous, but the push in the back. And David Priest to take it quickly. Fitzpatrick was caught napping again. Carty, so quick-footed. Oh, and again he takes a blow. Challenges on Paul Carty now. He's certainly in the wars. Well, Darlington had better watch themselves. 2 yellow cards in the first 5 minutes. Perhaps an indication of their reluctance to come here. It's a very, very difficult tie this for Darlington. Coming to a conference club with the pedigree such as Hensford, as Blackpool, York and Hull City have found out to their cost. Andy Cumming takes his time. Norbury nicks. Oh, away goes O'Connor. David Priest quickly to react, off his line. Nice work between Norbury and O'Connor. They've certainly forged a threatening partnership here this season. Paul Ware looks for that one, away by Crosby. Well, it's blood and thunder stuff out there. Some very strong challenges, particularly from Darlington. And one there from Kevin Collins. So the Quakers win the free kick. Stephen Gorgon over the ball. Into the box now, Robinson feeds it back. And Atkinson there, the playmaker. Back to Gorgon, it's driven low. Dangerous ball in. Certainly another big day for the fans here. Supported the team admirably last season in the FA Cup. 2,000 sell out this afternoon. Well, there's some interesting contests developing around the pitch. Norbury and Jason DeVos challenging for everything down the middle. Sweet ball over the top, looks for Robinson. Intelligent effort. Oliver. Coming there first. Franz Retsch is up. The Austrian for Darlington. To Roberts. Andy coming with a little international experience himself in his Villa days. Once told me he played in Milan in San Siro Stadium. So competently tackling the Austrian there. Over in the thick as ever. Sandwich there. Head tennis at the moment. Norbury there jumping into Brian Atkinson. It's fast and furious. Darlington in possession. Oliver. Nice reverse ball, but Cummins read it well. Carty slides across. Cummins lost possession. Here's Robinson. Resolute defending in the end by Paul Blades. But Darlington were looking threatening again there. Norbury takes another one from Jason DeVos. O'Connor in the corner. Back to Paul Ware. Robbie Dennison fires one across. A slip and Fitzpatrick's in! Oh, goodness me! Wrong side of the post from Gary Fitzpatrick. Well, he had to react very quickly. He looked to have beaten David Priest. The ball dropping agonisingly wrong side of the post. At the keys, Hensford 0, Darlington 0. Joe O'Connor, accompanied by DeVos. And Darlington haven't got it away. Fitzpatrick in. Norbury! Oh, goodness me! 2 chances in a minute for Hensford Town. And Mickey Norbury snatched at that one. But a lovely run by O'Connor. And the ball in by Fitzpatrick was so inviting. Darlington quaking now. So Hensford has yet have failed to drive home the knife. 2 chances apiece now. Maybe there'll be another one here for Darlington. Good recovery by Blades. themselves now on the right. Number 11 Robinson out-jumped Andy Comyn, and there's not many do that. New balls, please. Mr. Richards not happy. Wins down the line, looking for Norbury. Clover enthusiastic there. Simon Shaw with it. Forward come Darlington, that's dangerous. Right the way through to Cooksey. Darren Roberts didn't anticipate. Oh, superb header by Fitzpatrick. Norbury took a knock. Hensford in possession, offside however. Paul Ware just wandered behind the line. Dennison again wide left for Hensford. And O'Connor's got in behind them again. Norbury's in the box, Fitzpatrick's in the box. Oh, Fitzpatrick, but there was a push by Norbury. He's certainly a handful, Mickey Norbury, as Jason DeVos and Andy Crosby are finding. Comyn, a timely header. Gary Fitzpatrick showed us what he thought of that decision. Strong challenges by the northeastern side. Oliver's in behind Hensford. Great tackle by Paul Ware and Carl Beeston. A real steal about Hensford in the middle of the park this afternoon. David Priest forward for Darlington, looking for Robinson. It's Fitzpatrick. Beeston forward. Fitzpatrick in again. Carl Beeston. Hensford again being patient, keeping possession. Looking for O'Connor wide left. Crosby there first. And Paul quickly back to Dennison. Intelligence again. Quick thinking, but it's Darlington in possession. Hensford Town have won 7 and drawn 2 conference games here this season, unbeaten. So Darlington know they're up against it. Norbury's away again. Again they're finding space wide left. Delivery from Norbury! Lovely flick by Fitzpatrick. But a lovely ball again, and Gary Fitzpatrick making himself a regular option forward for Hensford this afternoon. Connor looks for the corner, and successfully for Hensford. So a chance for the big men to get forward now. Paul Blades and Andy Comyn for Hensford. Dennison looks long and hard, and Beeston! He appeared late. It's very intelligent football from Hensford again. Lofted clearance by Carty. Atkinson loses possession. Beeston looking wide, but O'Connor not there this time. Dennison's arrived. Minutes of football played here in this FA Cup second round tie. Still no goals, but a cacophony of chances and a very open game of football. Well, he just needs to be careful there, Carty. Had the strength to take him through the challenges. He was the last man. Needing to change between Ware and Dennison. Robbie Dennison powerfully down the left. Looking for the corner. Just tarried a little with the cross there, Dennison. Push in the box. And a knock on the head for Comyn. He clashed there with Jason DeVos. So out come the substitutes. Town on the charge again, down the right with Carty, switches it inside to Dennison. Carl Beeston with a strong run down the middle, space to the right in the shape of Gary Fitzpatrick, who's still crying for the ball. It's a free kick for Hensford, and this is shooting range for Paul Ware. Robbie Dennison over the ball as well. He scored apparently last week against Stalybridge. So Dennison, tame free kick. Falling to Dennison again. Picks it up, looks right. Quick ball in. Not too close to David Priest. One in the chest for Dennison. Hensford still in possession. Another strong challenge coming in from DeVos. Oh, Robinson's in, and he had two chances then, Paul Robinson. Momentary lapse of concentration. And Scott Cooksy's hardly seen the ball for the last 10 minutes. After that early busy period he had. Resch with the throw, again looking to steal ground, leaves it for Jason DeVos, Canadian international Jason DeVos. Oh, intelligent play by Blades. What a shrewd signing he's been for John Baldwin. This time it's O'Connor jumping unfairly against Crosby. Midway through the first half, and so far a game littered with strong challenges, but open football and 4 very good chances to score. Two apiece, none yet taken. Still 0-0. Neat interchange by Darlington. They are the league side, remember. Darren Roberts into Cooksey. John Baldwin was saying before the game, we are the underdogs. An offside given there. The referee choosing to ignore it by his assistant. As I was saying, John Baldwin was saying before the game, Hensford a part-time, Darlington full-time pros. Mr. Richards this time blowing in favour of Norbury. Hensford looking to take it quickly. Roberts, neat bit of skill from him. Shapes for the shot. Oliver away on the right. Michael Oliver feeds it back in with a poor ball, and it's Gary Fitzpatrick. Back to Carty. Neat footwork again by Paul Carty. Now Carl Beeston. And Comyn. Hensford patient at the back and then quickly forward with the ball. Robbie Dennison now appearing on the right to Gary Fitzpatrick, but he either overran that one. Bad first touch really, and he knows it. Sorry, Gary. Darlington clawing their way back into this game now, and they do look dangerous going forward. Naylor finds Robinson, and then Darren Roberts inside. Naylor again! Oh, another good chance, spurned this time by Glenn Naylor. Play. Dennison knocks it back in. Here's Norbury now, again sandwiched between Crosby and DeVos. Darlington ease the ball back to David Priest. Beeston fouled by Brian Atkinson. Norbury again with the flick. He uses that to great effect. O'Connor always ready for anything that comes his way. And Hensford again, looking menacing in the penalty box. Priest comes and takes. Quick delivery from him into Paul Robinson. This is Robinson again. Good strong run from midfield. Michael Oliver now a real chance. And an absolutely superb tackle by Paul Carty. He certainly took a risk with that. And he's left Michael Oliver in a heap in the penalty area. Well, an offside given, and Michael Oliver felt the full force of Paul Carty's challenge. Darlington may feel they should have had a penalty, and cannot return until the ball is back in play. That's a good ball, over the top. O'Connor snatched at that one. Andy Crosby was bearing down on him very heavily. But one expects more from Joe O'Connor with his scoring record. Chances are plenty, but no goals. Strong run from Darren Roberts. Paul Blades quickly with the challenge. Very delicately balanced this game. Both sides with opportunities to score that vital first goal. Norbury challenging Franz Resch, and the Austrian losing out to the strong challenge of Mickey the Minder Norbury, as the players call him. Oh goodness me, that would certainly be a free kick, as the Canadian did a stranglehold on Joe O'Connor. Quickly taken, free kick. Paul Carty intelligently to Dennison. That should be a corner for Hensford, off Michael Oliver. And Hensford used the last corner to good effect. That very late run from Beeston. Norbury's flick took it away from Comyn. Joe O'Connor is away from Resch. O'Connor in, and will settle for the corner. Now Franz Resch, and Mr. Rich is having a word with him. He flailed at Joe O'Connor there. The Hensford player still got away with the ball. Good advantage plays by Mr. Richards. Corner to Hensford. Priest has come, he didn't get there. Darlington fortunate as Paul hacks down Paul Robinson. Another foul. No yellow card for Paul Ware, who arrived here last season from Stockport. This is dangerous. Good challenge by Blades that time. Corner to Darlington. The big men are up. And a towering header from DeVos, the big Canadian, up from the back. And that was a mountainous leap from DeVos. Roberts pulling away but losing out to Beeston. Carl Beeston for Hensford. Certainly influential in that middle. Kevin Collins forward looking for O'Connor. Darlington again, neat football by them. Opportunity perhaps for Robinson. Given away though. This is Robinson. Back in again, looking for Oliver. Not a good header, and Oliver with the shot into the body of Scott Cooksey. Tense moments for Hensford. Well, I'll be absolutely astounded if this game ends 0-0. The chances created by both sides.
Look at him down there.
Possession relinquished by Darlington. This is Fitzpatrick now. And Oliver takes a dive, pulls the shirt, concedes a free kick. In fairness to Oliver, he did appear to slip. Dennison with the free kick. And Darlington with the height and strength to cope with that one. Darlington do seem to have the advantage height-wise, particularly at the back. Corner from Hensford, again, it's the big men, DeVos and Crosby, dominating the aerial battles. Norbury's got in behind them with a couple of flicks.
Come on, Rob!
Dennison, cross falls kindly for Ware. Couldn't create the shooting opportunity, and Hensford needs to be careful here. Party in possession, and if they lose it, they're in trouble. Throw in will do by Carty. Oh, Beeston takes the legs. Stephen Gorgon out neatly with the ball. Into Atkinson. Brian Atkinson feeding it back to Simon Shaw. First clearance not good. Now it's Priest. Again, he took a chance, hit it low. Darlington not looking too comfortable with the ball. And closing them down at every opportunity, of course. That's neat. Franz Resch looking in. And here's Naylor. What Collins got there. A timely interception by Kevin Collins to Darlington. It's long. Again, they're looking for the big men. Scooped away by Paul Ware. This is an opportunity for Hensford. If O'Connor has got beyond them. He's got Dennison away on the right, on the left, sorry. Fitzpatrick takes it up. But Darlington back quickly to recover. Quickly taken there. Now it's Carty. Sweeping it across, looking for Norbury. Again, not a clean clearance. Sweetly struck by Beeston. But the ball seemed to linger in the air. Just like the pace to beat Priest. Four Blades concedes yet another free kick. Fiercely contested game here at the Keys, approaching half-time. FA Cup second round. Hensford and Darlington, nothing apiece. And Hensford will be wanting to finish the job today. Another hefty challenge, and I think Beeston will receive the yellow card for that one. As Darren Roberts was peeling away with the ball. Kick for Darlington, quickly taken, well worked, encouraging the Hensford wall to come out. Still in possession now. Simon Shaw, sweet drive. Ooh, just wide of the post with that one. Lovely effort from Simon Shaw. And Scott Cooksey clawing at thin air then. Very difficult for Carty to deal with, and in the end he made the right decision. Cooksey forward. And that's half the game now. Hensford and Darlington sharing the spoils at half time. No goals, plenty of chances, rather too many fouls. Here at the Keys, FA Cup second round, Hensford 0, Darlington 0. Another roar to meet Hensford Town this season's FA Cup campaign. 45 minutes away from the third round draw of the FA Cup, and we all know what that means. It's all about the dream, this competition. Last season it turned into reality for Hensford. So far they've dispatched of Hull City, and they're giving Darlington a fright here at the Keys in the second round. There's no score, but in fairness, both sides have carved each other open in the first period. And what's so surprising is we haven't seen a goal. No changes at half-time. So Hensford building slowly again, keeping possession. O'Connor's in the corner again. Out to Carty. Deep cross. Norby will get on the end of that one. No support. Ware finds it. Again, not enough to trouble David Priest. Sturdy approach play by Hensford. Michael Oliver runs the ball out. It was completely unmarked. Rather wasted that by Darlington. Hensford in possession again. with Fitzpatrick, who had a lively first half. Norbury brings it down. Not a good ball into Denison. Darlington punt forward, finding Kevin Collins. Collins caught in possession. And Darren Roberts away on the right now. Well, Blades across. Paul Blades, sharp as ever, cuts out that one from Darren Roberts. Simon Shaw with the throw. Now the cross. On as far as Robinson. Carty again wins possession. Hensford come away with Beeston. Looks up, checks inside. The impetus gone rather now. Darlington filing back behind the ball. Hensford in possession with Carty. Now Beeston again, slowing the game down. Back to Carty. Hensford just struggling to find that inventiveness that they need to break down Darlington. The full-time pros, very strong in the challenge, obviously physically fit. They are in the lower reaches of the third division. Robinson showing some pace. Nice ball in. Cut out by Blades. Robinson again in possession until Denison impudently takes that one away from him. Stephen Gagan. No, it's O'Connor looking for Norbury. Paul Ware on the chase. Again, David Priest very quick off the line. Hesitancy at the back for Hensford, and they could pay. Darlington with men forward. One of them's Brian Atkinson. Out to Oliver. Darlington building strongly, and a great effort, and a good charge down by Cooksey, but a penalty given for a harsh challenge by Blades. And Hensford struggled to clear that one. Darlington had 5 or 6 bodies charging forward and have earned themselves a penalty. They beat Solihull, of course, on penalties in the last round. This is Scott Cooksey's chance to be an FA Cup hero. Number 9, Darren Roberts. Darlington's leading scorer last season against Scott Cooksey. And Darlington 1-0 in front. An absolute relief from their supporters. Oh dear, now then. Cooksey went for the ball. Roberts has received a red card. He tangled with Scott Cooksey after the penalty had gone in, seemed to kick him, and Darlington 1-0 in front, but Roberts will take no further part in the game. The drama unfolds here at Keys Park. It must be FA Cup day, so Darren Roberts will go down in FA Cup folklore for scoring a goal and then being immediately sent off. But Roberts, after scoring, tangled with Cooksey, who was going for the ball in the net. And one remembers last season a penalty and a sending off in an FA Cup game. Gary Hemsworth of York City was sent off for handling on the line. Keith Russell converted the penalty, and Hensford went on to play Middlesbrough. It's 11 against 10 now, and tempers a little frayed in there. Very hefty challenges going in from both sides, in fairness. The ball was fiercely contended for in the first half. Well, we've got a cup tie now. Darlington have the lead. Hensford have the ball. Were across, looking for O'Connor. O'Connor just seems to lurk menacingly at the back post. Hunting for everything. Norbury's up high, but he pushed his man. Oh dear, another push and a shove. And Norbury, who himself has a bit of a short fuse, will receive a yellow card. Well, there's one or two upset footballers out there. 54 minutes gone. Darlington lead from the penalty by Darren Roberts. Collins intelligently forward. And it's caution to the wind now. Both sides playing with passion that the FA Cup brings. Carty in. Pinballing away there. They lost possession eventually, but Beeston wins it back. Dennison in. Where? Oh, lovely save. Gary Fitzpatrick got wrong side of the defence, but David Priest came up with a save. So the first chance for Hensford to get back into this game denied by David Priest. Hensford using the extra man well. Paul Carty in space on the right. Norbury and O'Connor in the box. Carty tries the shot. The ball finds also kindly to DeVos. Darlington come away, they'll just want to keep possession. Silence the crowd. But the angry mob seeking recompense here at Hensford. Oliver dispossessed. Paul Ware. Oliver fights back well and wins himself the free kick. Paul Ware lingered with the ball really. Good recovery by Michael Oliver. Darlington in no rush to retrieve the ball. Dennison sensibly back to Ware, and Collins forward into Norbury. Fitzpatrick in space on the right. Gary Fitzpatrick, Carty making the move ahead of him. This is Paul Carty for Hensford. Another super save by Priest. Now O'Connor and David Priest. Two top drawer saves from the keeper. 23 games for Sunderland in the FA Carling Premiership. And he's certainly earned his wages this afternoon. But Hensford opening up Darlington. It's consummate ease now. You just wonder if it's going to be their day. Paul Ware, dipping effort over the top. Again, it fell kindly. And Hensford certainly making the extra man count. leaps very high, wins possession, but I think Ware used his hand there on the way through. That was Beeston, Carl Beeston gives away the free kick. David Priest carrying with the ball. Just slowing it all down now. Glenn Naylor, the lone figure up front for Darlington now. As Carty brings it forward on the right. Wasted the cross. And Naylor chases. Cummins in there. Hensford now coming forward from the back. They can afford more bodies in the Darlington half of the field. Darlington Sports are just completely on keeping their lead. A drive in there by Dennison. A good save by Blades. Norbury's involved again. And that's Mr. Richards needs to sort that one out. And if it's Norbury, it'll be the end of the game for him. It's Paul Carty who was looking for the bits off the goalkeeper, and in the end I think he took a bit out of the goalkeeper. But several of these players are very highly wound up now. The yellow cards have been already gleefully distributed by Mr. Richards. Dennison on the left for Hensford, into the corner, looking for the corner. Wins the throw. Collins in support, in a lot of space. Drives one across. O'Connor feeds Fitzpatrick. Norbury's in with the keeper. Beeston, lovely save again by David Priest. He's single-handedly denying Hensford this afternoon, that keeper. The man's having a blinder. Well, a real find that for Darlington. Only joined them in the close season. Carl Beeston charging through. Jason DeVos, the last man. Possession again for the Pitmen. Looking for O'Connor wide right. Darlington now just sitting behind the ball. Nice interchange between O'Connor and Fitzpatrick. Unsuccessful. Carl Beeston now. O'Connor's away on the right. Franz Rex stands in his way. Ball delivered in, and again Paul Ware snatched at that one. 30 minutes to play here at Keys Park. Darlington have the lead, but Hensford have the momentum. The fans behind that goal almost sucking the ball in. Nice turn by Naylor. Paul Blades concedes the throw. That's about the fifth ball we've lost this afternoon. For the long-suffering Darlington supporters, they've certainly had more of a share of downs over the years than ups. They'll be looking for the third round and a dream against perhaps Newcastle United tie for them. Darlington themselves in the Vauxhall Conference a few years ago. They quickly returned to the Football League. They've got the goal lead here at Hensford, but it's certainly not been comfortable for them. O'Connor looking to get in behind the green shirts again. Ever dangerous Joe O'Connor. Hensford just lose the rhythm temporarily. And this man, David Priest, will become a freeman of Darlington, I think, if they get a result here. An outstanding performance by the keeper. Darlington again labouring over the kick. No rush at all to take it. It'll be a very long 30 minutes for them. John Baldwin, of course, with plenty of options on the bench, notably Tony Hemmings with a lot of pace. This is O'Connor. Oh dear me, gave the ball away to Naylor, and if it had turned the other way, he could have been in a shooting chance. Darlington with the throw, deep into their own territory. Will Hensford let them out? Carty certainly won't let them out, but he took the man. Franz Resch taken down by Carty. That'll be another yellow card. Resch does look a little uncomfortable over there in the corner. Four full international caps for Austria. And a blow from Paul Carty this afternoon. Hensford again giving away possession. That's what cost them the goal. Collins drives it forward to Joe O'Connor. Now it's Dennison inside to Beeston. The space was on the right, rather. Beeston went left. Dennison intelligently building again. Andy Comyn involved now. Not often we see Andy on the other side of the halfway line. Oh, goodness me, Beeston. And Gary Fitzpatrick arrives again, but David Priest, so alert. And that's another good save by Priest. Franz Resch, fullback, who did not recover from that Paul Carty challenge. Collins over the top. Norbury and O'Connor lurking menacingly. A hand went up there, apparently from Paul Ware. Well, the referee did very well to see that one. Good free kick by Priest. Darlington just killing the Hensford passion at the moment. They've got possession. They've got a throw. Midway through the second half now. Darlington with that priceless lead from the Darren Roberts penalty. They're down to 10 men. And the keeper, David Priest, is having a stormer of a game. Andy Comyn feeds Carty. Carty again caught in possession. And that's what caused the goal. Oliver, backwards he goes. Darlington looking for possession, but rather struggling to keep it themselves. Oliver now for Darlington. Deep cross onto Scott Cooks' roof. Super flick by Norbury. Hensford coming again. Beeston feeds it wide to Paul Carty. This is where Hensford look most dangerous. Breaking in from the right. O'Connor beaten to that one. Fitzpatrick feeds it in again. Norbury jumps with Priest. And gracefully collected by David Priest. Naylor now, sole figure up front for Darlington, holds the ball well. A tame shot. Kevin Collins on the left, not much support for him. Beeston was inside. Darlington collect. No rush at all from them. Paul Blades weighs up the options. Finds Comyn. Recovery from Comyn. Michael Oliver, very quick. This local lad. He's got possession. Michael Oliver. And a good effort from Steve Gorgon. Fierce shot. And Darlington with a chance then to kill this game. A roar of approval from their supporters. Down to my right. Tucked away in the corner for ground development. But here come Hensford. Gary Fitzpatrick boldly goes and drives just over the top of David Priest's goal. He cut through them then like a knife, Gary Fitzpatrick. He's been very influential this afternoon, but so is this man, David Priest. Joe O'Connor, very quiet game by his standards. Norbury. Long range effort from Norbury. There were other options. John Baldwin resisting the temptation to change things around just yet. He's having a word with Robbie Dennison down on the touchline. Now it's Collins for Hensford inside to Dennison. Paul Ware feeds it again to Dennison. Collins away in space on the right. Dennison goes left, looks for O'Connor. Shields well, back to Kevin Collins now. Good approach, and the header backwards by Fitzpatrick. when the bodies were flying into the box. The wrong option by Gary Fitzpatrick. It's let Darlington away. They've got the ball. Paul Robinson finds eventually Blades. Oliver, bags of running in him, but Coming got the leg in. So Michael Oliver again wide right, left this time, ball with Common. He's attracted a lot of interest from, shall we say, higher clubs, Michael Oliver. Darlington. Dogged determination from them now. They're in front. They're looking to silence this crowd. As O'Connor is hauled away there by Brian Atkinson. Let's have the ball here, Mr. Richards says. Dennison urgent to get things going again. Draws the man into the corner. Robbie Dennison. Good tackle by Crosby. Now it's Robinson, a few tricks of his own. Good strong run from the back by Gorgon. Al Beeston, so unhurried. Commander Colin Lambert, they played last season. This is Oliver, wide right. Collins struggling to catch him, but catch him he does eventually. Good recovery by Kevin Collins. Header away by Blades into Carty. Quickly taken by Ware. Too far in front of Beeston. Oh, lovely tackle by Beeston. Simon Shaw stopped in his tracks. Good run this by Blades, and again that goalkeeper David Priest read that one like a familiar book. Superb take, and a strong mazy run by Ware. This is Ware now forcing the ball forward. Big Jason DeVos. He's been a real handful for Mickey Norbury this afternoon, the Canadian. Beeston for Hensford. They're looking for O'Connor. Misunderstanding between O'Connor and Norbury. Lightning quick reactions from Joe O'Connor though. Oh, goodness me, through the middle. Gagan, this is a good chance for Darlington. and Glenn Naylor put it wide with the goal at his mercy. Well, that could be the turning point for Hensford, because Darlington should be 2-0 in front now, and John Baldwin is going to make the substitution. Indeed, it is Tony Hemmings. It's an attacker for a defender, and Kevin Collins, to a very warm reception, a great servant of this club, the man substituted. So Tony Hemmings. League experience with Wycombe Wanderers, conference experience with Macclesfield Town. He's certainly got the pace. Darlington with the free kick. Number 11, Robinson. Been a handful this afternoon. In comes Gagan. Deep cross, and across the face of goal. A very strong run there from Stephen Gorgon. And again, Hensford living dangerously at the back. 15 minutes left. Darlington looking the stronger of the two sides in this period of the game. This man Robinson very hard to shake off the ball. Atkinson, sweet ball. Naylor's pass into the box. Now then, what have we got here? We've got a throw in for Hensford. We've got Paul Carty feeding the ball into Dennison. Space for Ware, shaken off the ball. In comes Norbury. Fitzpatrick driving through. He never looked comfortable with that one. Can Carty do better? Sent sprawling. Corner given. Now Darlington want the substitution. They just perhaps want to break up the play. Quickly taken corner. Wasted by Carty. Now the substitution. They don't want it now. They just wanted to break up play from the corner, I think. They've got possession. Substitutions used rather wisely and sneakily in today's game. David Priest, man of the match, sends it forward to Robinson. This could be danger. Robinson for Darlington. Cooksey down quickly, smothered that one. Naylor was a good option there on the left for Robinson. And another wasted opportunity. Cooksey threw it out very quickly. Rather a skiddy surface it looks out there. Robbie Dennison for Hensford. Shouting for Hemmings to go, but the ball again in possession of Robinson for Darlington. Can he kill this game? No, Robinson round the back. Oh, goodness me, fell wrong side of the post. Thought Cooksey had lost that one. Last 10 minutes now. Darlington feel they've done enough to find the third round. But all credit to Darlington. It was always a very difficult game for them after Hensford's FA Cup exploits over the last 12 months. Coming, gives it away. Hensford must find some new options. They've not got Tony Hemmings into this game yet. Here he is now. First touch, poor from Hemmings. Robinson, a little flick of the feet from him, but Paul Blades having none of that. Beeston. Now back to Andy Comyn. pole to O'Connor, who I don't think has had a chance this afternoon. And how costly now, the miss by Gary Fitzpatrick, and of course Mickey Norbury in the first half. Now Darlington want that substitution just to break up the play. And they're taking off perhaps their most cultured player in Paul Robinson. Lee Bryden will make his appearance. Oh dear. Crosby got 2 chances at that. Now the man with the running in him is Naylor, pulling at Cummins' shirt. Cummins' possession into Carty. White shirt pouring forward. Hensford Town have not chose their passes tremendously well this afternoon, but against a very fit and strong Nationwide League outfit, the goal by Roberts is still the difference between the sides. Mickey Norbury looks for Hemmings. Shaw clears. Ball bounced up against his hand. Carty again. He's got the legs. Paul Carty cuts inside. Paul Carty still going. Edge of the box. Beeston drives it away wide. Offside against Oliver. Well, at 4:45 now, all over the country, in football grounds, the second round ties of the FA Cup coming to their conclusions. Everyone looking for the shocks, and in some ways here this afternoon, Darlington, in many people's eyes, are underdogs, but Hensford aren't finished yet. O'Connor in the box, in possession. A drive from Beeston. And another opportunity is spurned. The culprit Fitzpatrick on that occasion. One just wonders if it's not going to be Hensford Town's day. The second substitute, Delton Francis, will replace Mickey Norbury. Not the best of afternoons for Mickey Norbury. Cummins loses out to Naylor. Hensford have looked a little hurried in possession to me this afternoon. Michael Oliver for Darlington. Wide left. Neat football by Hensford. We've not seen much of it. Now it's Hemmings, wide left. Simon Shaw comes to him. Tony Hemmings stopped in his tracks. Certainly very dangerous in full flow. Again a rushed throw-in when Hensford were in possession. They're trying to take things too quickly and catch out Darlington. Well, Glenn Naylor, whoever a player played for a free kick. That's what Mr. Richards saw it as. That's what counts. like it may be a happy away day for those supporters from the northeast. Time running out for Hensford. The difference between the sides this afternoon, surely David Priest in goals has had what many would call a blinder. He stopped absolutely everything that Hensford have thrown at him. But if you don't score, you don't win football matches. Francis, Hensford still coming forward. Now it's Hemmings. And the 10 men of Darlington, remember, have held out, weathered the storm admirably, really. 40 minutes. Oh, goodness me. What's Mr. Richards make of that? He played advantage. He looked at the situation. Dennison still had the ball, remember. Oh, goodness me. Scott Cooks is up now. Well, we've seen this before, but I've never seen a goalie score. Driven long. Beeston just wants to pop it back in. Poor ball from him, really. Francis takes it up. Scott Cooks is lurking around the edge of the Darlington box. Again, possession relinquished. Cooks is not back yet. Who's got the ball? Throw into Darlington, well held up by Glenn Naylor. Time ebbing away now for Hensford. Time up on my watch, but we have had one or two lengthy hold-ups in play, notably to Scott Cooksey and Darlington's Austrian left back. Again, Dennison in possession, just giving the ball away. David Priest lobs it forward, back by Blades, and that's it. It was brave enough from Hensford, but it wasn't to be this year. Darlington have come here, scored on 50 minutes, and weathered a real storm. Congratulations to Darlington. Man of the match, without question, David Priest, the goalkeeper. And at the end of the day, it just not to be Hensford's FA Cup run this year. Hensford 0, Darlington 1. See you again next year.